Oh, hey. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. Gonna give it a few minutes for, I don't know if an ad's running or for people to hop on or anything like that. But hello, especially if you're watching on replay. Hello. Thanks for being here. How is everyone doing today? Let's put up a banner. Let me know all the things. Let me know if you are participating in Escape the Readathon. You don't have to be if you're here, but if you are, let me know what team you're on. Let me know how it's been going for you. We are 21 days into the month, so that's very exciting. We're really getting into the last little portion of the game now. Let me know if you're reading, what you're reading, and how you're enjoying it. And if you're not reading, let me know what else you're getting up to, if you're being productive or whatever. I'd love to hear. I am trying to be as productive as possible. I'm working today, and I'm also trying to get things done around the house because we're going to be out of the house this weekend. So I'm like catching up on laundry, catching up on dishes. I need to, well, I want to like clean up my office because it's very messy. I have like stacks of books to put away and stuff like that. And today is also one of my kids' last day of school. So I want to get all of her like school papers organized. So I have a long to-do list. So these sprints will be helpful to stay on track with that. And I have been reading, let me get my physical copy. I've been reading Molka, and I'm so excited to finish this one because it's been so buzzy lately. I have been listening to the audio, and so I'm not sure how far I actually am. So let me figure that out. Okay, it looks like I'm about halfway. And I'm a little bit into chapter 15, I think. So let's see. Let's see how far that is. Okay, that is like really far. Maybe the audio chapters don't exactly line up with the physical. 142, page 142 out of like 273. Maybe that's right. I'm somewhere over the halfway mark of Molka, and so far so good. That's a weird way to describe this book because it's really not good things happening, but I'm enjoying it, and I definitely should be able to finish it on sprints today. So that's exciting. Hello, yes. I forgot to be ahead of the game and post my reminder sooner than 5 minutes before it started. So sorry about that. Let me go back up. Hello. Currently thinking about buying Beneath and Japanese Gothic. Okay, Beneath, I don't know if I know that book, or it's escaping my memory, but Japanese Gothic I could talk about because I have it. I did enjoy this book, and I have not read Bat Eater and Other Names, whatever her previous book was called. But I did read this one and I enjoyed it, and I got the aardvark version, which is signed. And then I also just realized that this is also like one of the most gorgeous books that I own. Like, no question. I don't read fantasy, which I feel like typically gets all of the fantasy and romantasy, typically get all of the fun, like really, really beautiful books. But like, I think this is the most beautiful book that I own. So your comment just inspired me to show that off. I'm not sure if this book, like, if it's still available through Aardvark, like if you add it on to a later box, if it's still the exact same fancy edition or not. Nor am I sure about, I mean, I'm guessing like the regular version of the book probably is beautiful like that too. But if you have a physical bookstore to go to and check it out, I'd recommend it because that is gorgeous. Hello, reading All My Rage. Nice. How's that going for you? Hello, City of Dragons and Stormbreaker. Team botanists showing up. Also, I think these are scientists showing up. Hello, hello. Currently gaming, but I'll be reading The Playmaker, a hockey romance later. Nice. You know, always good to take a little brain break and do some gaming or self-care or whatever you need to do between the reading, because this month is a marathon. You are at like the tail end, the absolute hardest part of the marathon right now. So totally understand taking breaks. It's raining. I finished Half His Age, ew, and trying to decide what to read next. Either Dear Debbie, reread Shield of Sparrows, or start Direbound. I have not read any of those books, so I can't give you any inputs. But yeah, Half His Age, I was moderately interested, but just with reviews and stuff coming in, it seems like it's obviously intending to be provocative, but it doesn't sound like it's doing a great job of making the point it's trying to make by being so provocative. So I don't feel like I'm interested in it, because I don't think I'll enjoy like it for what it is, nor will I enjoy the conversation it's trying to have. So I think I'm skipping that one. But let us know what you do choose to read. Going to be editing during the first sprint because I do want to read your current read, which is Loved One by Aisha Muharrar. Awesome. Hello, want to check this? Oh yeah, I already read this one. Yeah, I know. That book is gorgeous. I didn't even know because I don't check the hardcovers under the desk jackets for my aardvark books, because I don't think I've ever seen a book be that pretty underneath an aardvark copy. And then one of my friends online showed me hers, and I was like, oh my God, I need to go home and check mine. Probably going to start Lore Olympics Volume 7 and maybe continue listening to your audiobook. Sounds like a great plan. Don't know if I'm going to be reading, need to, but I'm like, bleh. I feel that, maybe just take a little break for the afternoon, or whatever time of day it is for you. Just take a little breather, maybe take a sprint to just like doom scroll or take a nap or watch a show or whatever else you like to do other than reading, and then see how you feel at the start of next sprint. 50 pages left in your current read. Need to choose your next book. That's very exciting. Hello. Caught up by Nevessa Allen. Go botanists. Where the heck are my engineers is what I'm wondering. Hello, reading Nestlings. Nice. I have not read Nestlings, but I'm interested in it because I've read other Nat Cassidy. That's Nat Cassidy, right? Reading You Did Nothing Wrong. Not sure how I'm liking it, though. Have I read that? I feel like I have. Oh, yes. The new CG Drews. What did I give it? I gave it 4 stars. So hope you come around to liking it. If I remember correctly, I do think the ending pulled some things together for me. Hey, Lexi, currently making lunch. What are you making? Let us know. Hello, reading a drop of Corruption. There's my engineer representation. Not sure what to do next, but we will see. Well, let us know if you need help choosing. These sprints came at the perfect time for me, as it's just past 7 p.m., finished dinner, so I have all evening to unwind. That is perfect. That is why I love daytime sprints for me, is because it often works for like Europe and some time zones that don't usually get to join evening sprints, evening in the US. So that's exciting. Hope you can get a couple of hours in of reading or whatever before you go to bed. Half His Age is gross, but it's true. I think it made its point. It's the POV of a girl being neglected by her mother and used by her teacher. There isn't a lot of insight. Who had that at 18? I mean, yeah, who had insight? Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's raw and real, and if you've never been there, you won't get it. Yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go. Welcome, engineers. All right. Do I have my timer pulled up? No, I don't. Never prepared with this. So let me get my timer ready to share. No, my computer is slow. Okay, and then there's some astronomers representation. So I think we've had all the teams here now. Share screen. Okay, that's not what I want. What do I want? I think this is what I want, but I always have to double check it now because sometimes if I don't have my, or if I do have my screen mirrored, then it's not in the right place. Or maybe you guys can just confirm. Is this overlapping my head or not? Engineers are here. Great. Great to hear it. Let's get some reading done, you guys. And something submitted. Engineers are here. I'm trying to finish Devil of the Deep, 90 pages to go. There we go. That's a manageable amount. Hopefully you can get them finished here during sprints. All right. Great. Thank you for confirming. Glad it's good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the first sprint. If you haven't already told me what you're up to today, then let me know and we will check in 45 minutes. Okay. How was that sprint for everybody? Let me know what you got done. If you haven't told me already what you're doing or reading or whatever, let me know. And if you did tell me already what you were reading or doing, let me know how that sprint went for you, if you were productive. It was pretty productive for me. I did get a couple of work things done on the computer first, and then I started cleaning and organizing my office, which first consisted of a bunch of stacks of books that I needed to deal with, some books that I'd already read that I needed to log and then get put away, and then some unread books that I also needed to log into my spreadsheet that I keep with all of the books I own. Um, so I needed to get them on the spreadsheet and then into Goodreads. And then they could go onto my TBR cart. And then a couple of books that I decided to unhaul, I listed onto Pango. So that was great. And now my desk feels a lot less cluttered. Um, and then, yeah, just cleaned up a couple other things. And then I've been listening to Molka, and I got to chapter 20, and I found the spot in the book there as I was finishing. So I'm on page 195 out of like 270 something. So I have like less than 80 pages left of this one. So that's great. I'm going to try to keep listening to this through these sprints and should be able to finish. So that's very exciting. It was a good sprint. Next time I need to remember to go change my laundry because I have that going and forgot to go switch it during that last sprint, but it'll still be waiting for me next time. So yeah, everyone else, let's see, how do we do? Might read more of Cruelty Free, but I'm graduating later tonight. Well, that's incredibly exciting. Congrats. Can completely understand if you're a little busy with other things and don't get to reading tonight, but that's amazing. Hello, jumping in with Bloodbound. Nice. Haven't read much today at 47% into The Last Time I Drowned. Cool. 47%. That's a pretty good ways into it. And then, okay, read 37 pages of Nestlings. Nice. That's not bad at all for a 45-minute sprint. Yes. Congrats. Congrats. Read about 25 pages of The Dream Hotel. Nice. I've been interested in that book, but I have not read it. So hopefully you're enjoying it. Had air fry reheated pizza and made it to 73% of caught up. Very nice. Air fry reheated pizza. I mean, that sounds great. I love leftovers. I know not everybody is team leftovers. Let me know who is and who isn't, but I love leftovers. I often find that it tastes better the second time, and pizza especially gets even crispier. So I love that. That sounds good. I had goldfish crackers for lunch today, so I might need another little second lunch later. But that is sustaining me as well as coffee. Yeah, not healthy choices are being made around here, but time efficient choices are being made around here. Okay, let me get my timer pulled back up. Yeah, team anything that means I don't have to cook. Truly same, especially for lunch. I don't have time. I don't have time to be making myself a whole lunch in the kitchen that requires any sort of cooking. And then in the evenings, I do make things for my kids, but my kids are still pretty young. So we're still kind of in the phase of like, I make them supper separately from whatever my husband and I eat. Eventually, I'm hoping I get to the point of like making an actual meal and like the whole family just eating it at once, but my kids still don't eat all that much because they're pretty young, and also they eat very early. So my husband and I usually end up waiting until like after bedtime to actually eat anything, and then by then I want to cook again. So Yeah, we're pretty lazy cookers in this household. Love leftovers because not wasting food in this economy. Exactly. Enough said. Nor am I cooking lunch and dinner every day. Yep. You said it. Love that. Love leftovers. Okay. Good, good. Surrounded by my people here. 70 pages left of Devil of the Deep. That's great. Continuing to make progress. Love that. Came in the middle of last sprint, so just did work, but hope to get into your book in the next sprint. Awesome. Well, we can go ahead and get right on into it. Keep the productivity going. I'm not much of a yapper, if you can tell. So where was it here? Reading Riot Baby as a physical book and Japanese Gothic as an audio. Nice. Hope you're enjoying both of them. I was talking about Japanese Gothic before we did our last sprint, which if you just joined in the last sprint, you wouldn't have heard. Oh, I already put the book away. But my copy of Japanese Gothic from Aardvark is so pretty. I was stunned. So if you listen to the whole audiobook and you love it, perhaps I would recommend like going to a physical bookstore and looking at the physical book and seeing if you need that in your life. Because it's so pretty. Ooh, edited your video in that sprint. Amazing. Now you have about 30 minutes. Oh, not the whole video. 30 minutes of raw footage versus the hour and 10 minutes you had previously. Okay, yeah. So you're over halfway through the editing of that. That's amazing. Hopefully this next sprint you can finish the rest of the video then. Nearly 50% in your book. Amazing. I know. Aardvark copy is so pretty. I'm going to have to be on the lookout for that now, for Aardvark copies, because I didn't know that that was something I had to be paying attention to. But apparently it is. I actually, during that last sprint, also opened my newest Aardvark box. Let me get what I pulled. I said, let me get what I pulled as if it's like a mystery box or something. I obviously picked these books, but I got 2 books in my last Aardvark box. So I got 5 by Ilona Bannister, which I think is a mystery thriller. It's very short, which is interesting. And now I'm like, I have to check every single actual hardcover book that Aardvark sends me now because I don't want to miss something unexpectedly beautiful. Let me move this. But anybody else interested in this book? Anybody read it? Did anybody else pick it from Aardvark? Let me know. But I think the description of this book sounded interesting, or maybe reviews I saw about it or something. I don't know, because I haven't heard of this book before it was an Aardvark pick. Have you ever tried to pass the time by imagining the lives of the strangers standing next to you? Ilona Bannister's 5 introduces you to 5 seemingly random people waiting for a train. But these are not just any 5 people. From the beginning, we know that one of them is going to die soon, very soon, in 5 minutes. The next train to London will arrive, killing one of them. But before this happens, you will learn their stories. That sounds good. And then the other book that I picked from Aardvark was a book that I was interested in before it was an Aardvark pick, but The Caretaker. Because I did read We Used to Live Here, and I did really enjoy it. Okay, yeah, no special like under the dust jacket hardcover for this one. And then I thought I also saw some buzz about this because I think the regular hardcover copy of this book has like Morse code on the cover, but the Aardvark copy does not. So I saw some people talking about what that Morse code said and whether that's like important that it's missing off of this copy of the book. But regardless, I'm still interested to read it. I'm like moderately into the Marcus Cleaver whole lore behind his books. Like I do like seeing people talk about the Reddit threads and like all of the deep diving you can do to the stories. I like hearing other people's explorations of that and learning more like through osmosis, but I am not personally scouring Reddit to get all of that lore and everything. So I'm not connecting any dots myself, but I do like seeing other people connect the dots. And so like I'm not going to go out and specifically seek out the book with Morse code on it, but I will see what people say the Morse code says on that copy. Um, so yeah, those are my two Art of Art picks from this month. Curious about 5 as I've seen people reading it. Okay, I haven't seen more reviews of it pop up yet, but now that I remember that I picked it for Aardvark, I probably will keep an eye out for more reviews. Oh, and Kayla was hyping it up. Interesting. Very interesting. I love Kayla, but we don't usually have super similar tastes in books, but this will be an interesting one to see if we overlap. Cool, cool. Okay, now that that tangent is over, I can pull back up the timer again. Once again, if you haven't told me what you're up to, let me know. And if you have already been, keeping me up with what you're working on today, let me know what you're going to try to do this next sprint. And we'll check in 45 minutes. Started Mocha a few days ago, and oof, I know I'm going to get mad. Yeah, it really starts off on like just an infuriating note. And it's not that it ever really gets away from that, but like it doesn't stay exactly in that zone the whole time, which is like nice from a like rage perspective. But yeah, this whole story is just men sucking. Okay, let's sprint. I will chat with you all again in 45 more minutes. All right. How did everybody do during that sprint? Let me know what you got done. If you already told me what you were doing, let me know your update. If you just joined, let me know what you're up to today. That was another relatively productive sprint for me. I did rotate my laundry, so that was a great step number one. And then what did I do? Oh, I came in, refreshed my to-do list for work and life. Because does anybody else like when you have things to do, I like jot them down on my phone or like a notepad or like a sticky note or something, or I'll jot it like to the side of my current working to-do list. And then it gets to a messy enough point that I'm like, all right, I just want to put this onto one clean sheet of paper with like the full list of like all my to-dos not crossed off. So it feels nice and fresh and clean. And then I kind of feel like I already accomplished everything. And then I like don't think about doing those for a while. And then eventually I start doing things and crossing them off and then start writing things down in a million other places again. But like the act of putting everything into one nice to-do list is so satisfying and more satisfying to me than actually doing the things on the list. So that was a big item I got done. Basically made my to-do list for the rest of today and tomorrow. And then I kept just working on some work stuff. And then I also was listening to more of Molka, and I made it in the audiobook to chapter 23, which I just found my spot in the physical book. I'm on page 227, 226 actually. And then there's only like 273 pages in the whole book. So I'm less than 50 pages away from finishing. So still have my sights set on finishing this book on sprints. So that's great. I don't know. I'm having an okay time with it so far. It's definitely some action is picking up, and I think the last 50 pages of the book will be pretty action-packed. So my final thoughts will be based on the ending and how the rest of that goes. I just got distracted because I think StreamYard has a new logo that I didn't notice before. Okay, where was I in the comments? Hello, reading The Mistake by L. Kennedy. Nice. Currently reading an arc. That's exciting. Femophilia by Sophie Lewis. Have not heard of it, but hope you're enjoying it. Finish your book. That's so exciting. Are you diving right into another one? Let me know. Or are you taking a little break between books? I used to just like be right on to the next when I finished, specifically whenever I have a very clear TBR planned. But recently, I don't know, the act of starting books is the hardest part for me. So recently I've been so like procrastinating the picking up of the next book after finishing a book. So let me know what side you're on. Are you picking up another one right away or not? Hello, missed coming back last time due to work, but you made it to 33%. That's great. Up to around 75% into Bloodbound. You are making that progress. That's exciting. And it's your day off. So that's extra exciting to get to just read all day. Not sure how many. That's all right. If you were just engrossed in your reading, that's progress enough. Just joining the sprint, but planned your June TBR. Ooh, that's very exciting in your planner, and listened to All the Missing Pieces by Catherine Cowles. I have not that one. I have a different Catherine Cowles on my TBR. I have not read any of her books, but I heard really good things about them. And I have Fragile Sanctuary on my physical TBR, and I've been wanting to read it for a while. Maybe next month. I also need to plan my June TBR because I will be one of the co-hosts for the Tarot Readathon. next month, and that's a very fun like process within that readathon to pick your TBR. So I'm really excited to do that. And I'm going to film it for a TBR video as well. So I'm just, yeah, I'm really excited to film and plan my June TBR myself. Got some more editing done. Okay, now you have about 20 to 23 minutes of raw footage, but you're going to switch to some reading. Yeah, I understand that, especially if you're going to be doing physical reading, like the screen time takes a toll, so good idea to take a little break. Okay, you weren't keeping track of your pages because you listened to the audiobook. Makes sense. Fair enough. And no worries. Joined at the start of the sprint. Very busy day, so happy for some reading. Up to page 191 of Carrie. Ooh, I think you'll be finished with it in the next sprint. Yeah, because that's a nice short one. So that's super exciting. Hopefully you can finish that up. It's raining, the perfect time to pick up your current read. Yeah, love that. Perfect vibes. It is cold and windy here. It's been rainy kind of all week. Which is kind of a bummer because it's been my one of my kids' last week of school. And so like today they had a whole field day planned where they're going to be outside all day, and it's kind of cold and windy. Like I think they are still doing it. But like my daughter's wearing shorts and I feel like she's probably kind of cold. So that's unfortunate. Yes, I have been neglecting an arc, so I'm going to start it next sprint. That sounds very productive. That's all right. Would making yourself do one task on the clean list and marking it off help to kickstart the process? Yes, I do think that would help. Yeah, because you've ruined the clean aesthetic. Right, exactly. So then at that point, it's like, all right, I'm just back into the flow. And I am also a big fan of like writing something down on the to-do list that you've already done. Like even doing one step past this to psych myself into the process of checking off of a to-do list. Like I like to do things, I like to write things down that I've already done in the morning so that it feels like I've already accomplished some things and I feel more motivated to do the rest of the things on the list. Yeah, because getting myself to ruin it is not very fun. But yeah, that would help. I do think I will get one or two things done because some of the things on my work to-do list are like scheduling meetings, which are my favorite things to do. So those will be easy, quick hitters to get done. So I'll be able to cross those off. 81% of caught up and did some laundry and put some away. Look at you crushing it. Just started reading Catherine Cowell's End of April with Fragile Sanctuary as well. Now on book 4 of that series and starting a new one with all the missing pieces. That's amazing. Like I said, I've heard so many great things about her. So I'm excited to dive into that first one that I have, but I could very much see it going the same way of if I really enjoy it, I will just accumulate some more of her books. So that is awesome that you're starting a new series. I hope that you really enjoy it. I started an upload for YouTube and made a thumbnail. That's really productive. Love that. Also read to 54% in The Last Time We Drowned. Not loving. Okay, do I know that book? Last Time We Drowned. Oh, the Saratoga Schaefer. Interesting. Which comes out next month. That is interesting because I read Tradwife last month, I think, and really liked it. And that is much more like pure horror. And then The Last Time We Drowned looks to be more straightforward mystery thriller, which is normally more of my typical genre. So I was really curious to read The Last Time We Drowned when it comes out, to see if the regular mystery thriller from her works as well as her horror. Ooh, we have Alexi. Where is she? There she is.
Hi.
I need to put my headphones in.
My hair is wet. Ignore that.
How's it going?
Good. I was like, I don't know if you're doing more sprints.
Please,
so I was like, I gotta be there before this one ends.
Hmm.
Can you not hear me?
There we go. Now I can.
Okay.
How's it going? What have you been up to?
Just got a shower. Made lunch for the first time in a while, like actually made lunch.
That's
So
productive.
yeah, and I was editing and stuff this morning, so actually back to doing things and not just existing in my time disappearing without knowing where it's gone, because that's been this month for me. It's
Yeah. I mean, fair enough. That's, yeah, like the readathon months in general just fly by. Plus, when you're hosting or, creating and hosting, it's even more work. And then day after your birthday, I feel like you're going to pass. How was your birthday?
it was good. I got a free smoothie and a free bagel. I
Love
had to go to
that.
2 different places. Went to the library. We did have to clean the house, but like whatever. I feel better now that it's done.
Yeah.
And then my parents came and we went out for hot pot for dinner last night.
Oh, nice.
It
And
was
are
good.
you currently reading anything?
I need to finish. I can never remember what it's called. Nothing tastes as good. Ugh. Hang on. My phone is always so bright, nobody can see it. This one.
Oh, I don't know that.
I gave the other book I read from this author 2 stars, but it's like a weight loss drug cannibal book.
Whoa.
Yep.
Wow, that sounds like a ride. I'm reading Molka. I don't know if you heard any of that.
Oh
Those
yeah, yeah.
updates so far, I'm like very close to the end.
I liked the beginning more,
Yeah,
personally.
it's been fine. It's how I'm
Yeah.
feeling about it.
I ended up giving it 3 or 3.5 stars. I can't remember. I thought it had like good things to say in theory, but also didn't do too much with it. Like,
Yeah.
yes, this is bad. I know that. And then I thought the stuff with her sister, it's mentioned in the synopsis, but like, it's like barely there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting that's in the synopsis too, because I feel like if you
Mhm.
know that, then you basically know, like you can
Mhm.
kind of assume what the whole book is going to be
Yep.
then. So,
Yep.
okay, cool. Just gonna hurry to finish the rest of it then, and I don't need to be
There's some
like
like
analyzing for something surprising to happen.
there's some decent payoff, but I just wasn't invested at that point. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Just spotted excited about it.
So
And yeah,
far,
what a sentence. What a
uh-huh.
description.
Yeah. So far I am liking Nothing Tastes as Good, but I want more on page cannibalism. it's it's all like he's like, oh, like he has chunks of his memory that are gone, and he's like, maybe I'm a cannibal. I'm like, okay, and he's like
What a
craving
leap. What a leap. I can't
there's like
remember what
some
I've been
stuff
up
that
to.
makes him feel that it could be him, but it's like, I don't know, it's all off page and just feels a little, I don't know. Yeah.
Like anyone who's there probably wants the wants the
Mhm.
nitty-gritty of it.
Yeah. And I don't need like descriptions of him. I'm so sorry to anybody that is just here because of Jordan. I don't need like hardcore descriptions of it, but I think the fact that there's nothing makes me not really care about that part of the story.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
Just disturbing everybody here.
just popping on to share a bit about my cannibalism book.
Mm-hmm. Yep, bye now.
Yeah, before this, we were just talking about someone is reading Saratoga Schaefer's new one, which then I was talking about Troudwife, which kind of related to
I'm
what you were
curious because
saying.
I read Serial Killer Support Group and
Okay.
not Wife, and that one was kind of like campy. So I wonder if the new one is like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure because it looks very much more just like basic mystery thriller. So yeah, I'm also curious to see if that's what it is or not. You may like it. I'm a very picky thriller reader. Yeah, that's the hard part about being like a frequent thriller reader is then you quickly become a little bit pickier, I think, based on what you've already read before. And hi, Katie, welcome. Okay, I will put the timer back up. Do another sprint. We'll see if I can finish Milka this round. That's my goal, to finish it and submit it. So, all right. Happy sprinting. Okay, how do we do, everyone? Lexi is trapped.
Oh, he's like, there's talking. I have to leave.
Like,
I am 92% to nothing tastes as good.
oh, 92%. Almost
Yeah.
done. And yeah, we have some questions.
It was separate from my faces. We did get more cannibal stuff finally. But it was vomit
Oh.
related.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, she did ask for more on-page
Yeah.
cannibalism, so
Yeah. Separate, but yes.
separate but more disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gross.
Mhm.
I would have finished Molka, but had to pause my audio for some situations. So now I have 12 minutes left and probably 6 minutes with 2 times speed. So I'm very close to the end. I did actually quite enjoy everything that I was just listening to. So
The end is good.
yeah, that was fun. Um, okay, let's see. Where were we? Samantha joined. Hi, Samantha. That's all right. What are you up to today? Hopefully, you are getting some productivity in or relaxing or whatever. Traffic right now, driving, that is not fun. Won't be able to hang, but hope you both have the best time. Same to you. Hope you have safe travels. The last time we drowned is a bit campy, just not in a way I'm enjoying enough. That's interesting. I will eventually read that book, so we will see how it goes. Barely read, that's all right. 100 pages left in Bloodbound. You are continuing to make good progress, so that's great. Got to 60%, considering DNFing, but want to know if it goes off the rails. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think you're talking about the last time we drowned. It feels like a safe bet that it might do that towards the end.
Yeah, I have an arc of that one, but I don't. I'm
I
really not.
might also have it on NetGalley, but I have it in my mind that it'll just be a like when I can get it on audio at some point
Yeah.
later this summer. It started out with journaling, which was much needed. Today was a doozy. Sorry to hear that. Going to switch to working on writing stuff. All right. Well, hopefully your day turns around. 35 pages left of Devil of the Deep. Almost there. And really locked in that sprint. I think I read about 50 pages. That's awesome. Finished Carrie. Definitely an interesting way of writing. Ending was intense. Carrie was Stephen King's first book, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think that's right. So that's kind of wild how much he's written since then.
He has so many books.
So many books. And such a variety. Like so many different types of books. And so many different lengths of books and just everything. I bought 11/22/63 recently for my husband to read because I liked that one.
That's my favorite of his.
I would like more like that. Although I'm sure some of his books probably are closer to that I just haven't
I also really liked
researched.
The Institute, which is more sci-fi.
Mm-hmm. I've liked a few of his books quite a lot. I liked Pet Sematary. What else? I don't know. He just has so many.
I haven't read that one.
Pet Sematary?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I would recommend it to you or not. It's kind of like sentimental. Like it is obviously horrific and like there's some disturbing stuff in it, but I liked it because of like how it made me feel and think about things. So
yeah,
specifically like children.
yeah.
So
I think The Shining and maybe one day It, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
tend to dislike more than I like at this point.
Yeah. I probably will never read it. That does not seem
I feel like I just have
like.
to.
I can see that. I can also see like there's no way it's worth that many pages to me.
Yeah, I will probably feel the same way.
But never read a Stephen King. Intrigued by 11/22/63. I mean, it's like different from all of his other books. So, I mean, if you're intrigued by it, I do think it's worth reading. But then I don't think it gives a very accurate view into the rest of his books. So, if you do enjoy it, not sure how you'll feel about the rest of them. But if you don't enjoy it, you might find another Stephen King that you like better. But it's a very cool book and premise. I am great, Samantha. I'm tired, so I've been drinking a lot of coffee. I think Lexi.
You're yawning.
Same.
I'm trying to get on a sleep routine and like wake up and go to bed at the same time.
Mm.
So I feel like I'm just extra tired a lot because I'm getting up earlier. Not like a lot earlier, and it's not even early compared to most people, but considering Adam's work schedule, like
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Doesn't he work? Does he start late or
he
work the
starts
night
he works
shift?
3 to midnight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So then he gets
So
home pretty late.
yeah. And I'm not gonna go to bed before he gets home because Bowser will bark and wake me up. So that's like the earliest I could go to bed is 12:30, but when he gets home, I'm not like, okay, good night.
Yeah.
So, but I'm a night person, but I think my problem was I was still going to sleep anywhere from like 1 to 3 a.m. And I somebody that should have a more strict routine with that because I just feel better. But
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah, that's been one like a reluctant pro to having children is that like they thrive on schedules, so therefore we thrive on schedules. So
Yeah.
now our sleep routines are pretty bound by our kids' sleeping hours, and that forces us to go to sleep early. And by the time all my kids are in bed by 7:30 p.m., I'm like, I mean, I can start getting ready for bed. I'm not against it, to be honest.
I support it, especially because I'm sure you're getting up very early too.
Yeah,
So.
we get up at about 6 every day, which yeah. Well, I mean, when you're used to it, like that, it just kind of
Yeah.
it is. It's now getting a little bit weird because my like 6 and almost 5-year-old are now just starting to like kind of sleep in on the weekends. So now we're getting into the weird thing of like weekend routines are a little bit different, but then everyone's way more tired on Monday mornings. And then it sucks way more to like try to get everybody back on the regular schedule. So now I'm like, well, crap, how do I like try to get them to wake up early again so that they're not miserably tired on
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just an endless like problem of figuring out sleep schedules. Always tired all the time. Yeah, I think Carrie was his first, just getting back into reading. Interesting going back and reading a lot of things that are like super old now.
If you liked Carrie, I would recommend The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. It is a Carrie retelling, and I think it's better. So
agree. I've also read and enjoyed that one. I was trying to get rid of some of my Stephen King books, and my boyfriend ended up taking them. The goal was to do like a trade at the library, give them books for some free books. Yeah, that's funny. Switching books for a change, back to Pet Sematary. Well, that's a coincidence. And 36%. That's awesome. All right. Well, perfect timing. Let's head on to the next sprint. I think this will be my last sprint for the afternoon. So let me know what you're up to if you haven't already, and then we'll do one final little wrap up after this sprint. Okay, good job, everybody. If you were productive, you were doing. Lexi, what were you doing?
I finished my book, my third book of the month, which for me is very low, but at least I'm finishing books now. So that's something. And then I was looking at reviews for the book because the end felt a little silly to me, and I wasn't really sure if other people were feeling that. And a lot of people kind of weren't. So I don't know.
Did a lot of people like the book, or how's the average rating?
It generally has pretty good reviews. I think there are a decent amount of people that aren't reading it or have DNF'd it because of how intense it is with talk of weight loss and the way that society treats people that are bigger than, have you seen that person that is like, if you're over 160 pounds, you need to start acting. And I'm like, 160 pounds? Like, it's crazy. I don't know. But yeah, there's just like a lot of internalized fat phobia that our main character is dealing with. And this it's like a weight loss drug that's like a parody on Ozempic. So there's, weight loss is trending again. So there's just like commentary on all of that.
Right. Probably some pretty polarized opinions.
Yeah.
Ways.
Yeah. So it's, and it's a little bit of like a caricature of it too. So it's just, there's a lot going on in the book. And I think it's too much for people too, which is so valid. But the people that are finishing it have generally really good thoughts. I give it 4 stars.
Cool. That's good. I also finished my book and I give it 3 stars. And I submitted it, and now I don't know. I've been so, lately the thought of starting new books is like the most daunting part. And so I've been very high on procrastinating starting another book, even though I know my next 3 books I want to read. It's just like picking one and starting it.
Yep.
Doesn't feel like the vibe.
I've already started my next book. I started it while I was in the middle of this one.
So you don't have that.
Yeah, so I'm 25% into Japanese Gothic too.
Oh, okay. There you go. Is that a regular copy?
No, this is the Evernight edition.
Oh, wow.
I can't show you underneath because it's graphic. But
really? Huh.
Yeah, but I think this is blood.
Yeah.
But
interesting. There's
that's, I can show you when we're done.
Yeah. Sounds good. I at the very beginning of this sprint had my copy from Aardvark out too, because I didn't realize that Under the Dust Jacket of the Aardvark copy was also really pretty.
Oh yeah, they did really a cool special edition.
I just thought it was a signed copy. I thought that was the specialness of it. But yeah, then somebody else I saw showed their Aardvark, and I was like, whoa, the Aardvark copy is pretty.
They did that one, and then Buffalo Hunter Hunter, and one of the Chuck Tingle ones. It's like random ones that they do.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna have to keep a much closer eye out for those special copies now, because it's gorgeous.
Yeah, they did a really great job with that. I didn't get it from them because I was getting this other one from Evernight, but it would have.
That's cool. So I wonder if the regular bookstore version is also what does that look like? Is that also pretty? Did they just go all out in all versions? That's
because it was Evernight, and it was also Owl Crate Horror's pick for May.
Wow. Yeah. So they really did go all out in that sense, the box sense. Cool. All right. Well, how did everyone else do? Yes, you made it for the last sprint. How'd it go? Hello, Danny. Welcome. Yes, Kitty.
Oh wait, he's still way over here. Just kidding.
He's looking at the bookshelves what's the next read gonna be?
I took a picture of him the other day where he was like sitting on my bookshelf and he looks like he's a bookend. Like
That is awesome. You should get that 3D printed somewhere or something and
Mhm.
put it in their life-size version. Then he'd really be like, wait, what's going on here?
We would probably try to beat it up.
Yeah, definitely would fight. This is awesome. Glad you enjoyed it. 81%. Awesome. Made some progress with writing. Gonna head home from the library. Perfect timing. Glad you were able to get some writing in. Made some delish porridge with all the toppings. So still 30 pages left, but no sleep now until it's done. I mean, 30 pages, you can knock that out. You've got it. So close to finishing the hounding. Have to go to work in half an hour. Ugh, rude. Rude of work to schedule you. And 38%. Nice job. All right. Well, I'm going to close it out. Thank you, everybody, for joining for sprints. Thanks, Lexi, for hopping on. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day or whatever. And I'll see you on the next one. All right. Bye.